Hi, come on in. So, I'm so glad you could join us at Cranberry Cove Corner Market. Yes, is this your first job? Okay, are you, I forget, are you a senior in high school or you're a junior just looking for summer work? Okay. Well, my assistant said that you were ready to start today and do a little bit of training orientation. Oh, great. So I still need a couple items of information from you to process for our payroll. So let's see. Don't have your application here. What was your name again? Tom Richardson. Okay. Thanks, Tom. Sorry about that. And your home address? All right. And a telephone? 204. Okay. All right. Thanks. So, when you come in tomorrow, if you could bring your work permit from school, and if you have a social security card yet, you could bring that in. School ID. And if you do have a driver's license, yeah, let's bring that too. That should be plenty. And as you can hear, school's just gotten out, as you know, so it's a little bit noisy out there. So we will get you set up in our payroll system. Our paydays are the 1st and the 15th of every month. So you'll be doing a time card. I'll give you some of these, but they'll be over in the office. And we'll go over how to do this in a little bit. Now, did you set up a schedule yet? No? Okay. How many hours? We generally start our high school students at 10 to 12 hours a week, so we don't want to interfere too much with schoolwork. Are you free all afternoons, or you have swimming on Thursdays? Okay. Well, so you have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Fridays we close early. Are you free Saturdays? So is 4 o'clock a good time for you to get here to allow you time to get home and have a snack and whatever? Okay. So we could say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 to 6. And then Saturdays, we actually have mornings and afternoons we needed. So does one work better than the other? You want to do Saturday mornings? All right. We could do 9 to 1. So that gives you 10 hours total per week. So that's a good start. And then we can adjust it, as you go along throughout the fall and see if, excuse me, if you need to do a little more or a little bit less, and based on our other staff members and such. So, okay, so you will issue you a little jacket to wear. You can just wear like your t-shirt or whatever you wear to school, and then we just have like a little blue jacket, and we'll get you one of those, probably medium, medium. Okay, give me jacket. We'll give you a couple of them, so if one's in the laundry or whatever. Okay, so first of all, do you have any questions so far? Anything? Okay, yeah, it takes the first paycheck is delayed, usually about a week because we're still getting you in the system, but after that would be twice a week, and we do have direct deposit. I don't know if you have a checking account yet, but if you do, we can do direct deposit. If otherwise, we'll just give you the check when you come in. So since this is your first job, I like to go over sort of basic job expectations, and I know a lot of people with their first job, they're kind of nervous and don't know what to expect, and I just want you to know that we understand that, and we don't want you to worry about anything. We're not going to push you to try to learn too much at once. We'll start you slow and go at your own pace and learn different tasks, and once you've got one task mastered, then we'll go on to another one. So everyone's at their own pace, so don't worry about that. We'll work at what you're comfortable with, and usually we start with stocking. And the store, as you can imagine, we're constantly getting supplies in, and we need to unpack the shipments of products and sort them out and restock the shelves. So that's kind of the most entry-level task, and we'll start you on that. And usually for a closing shift, there'll be a little bit of cleaning involved, and closing tasks like windows and the shades and things. But you won't, at this point, you're not doing a closing shift. You will be doing the opening shift on Saturdays with our other Saturday morning crew. So they will show you how to do that. So don't worry about that. Again, they'll show it to you when the time comes. And eventually we'll be learning the cash register, ringing up sales, things like that. So in terms of expectations, we really expect you to be on time. That's important when opening a shop. So if your shift begins at 4, that means you don't walk in the door at 4 o'clock. It means that you're ready to work at 4 o'clock. And this is something that even grown-ups don't always understand. So if you get in at 5 minutes to 4, 10 minutes to 4, you have time to put your stuff away, get a drink of water, have a soda or coffee, whatever it is, refreshment, comb your hair, whatever to make you comfortable and feel ready to start the day. And then because at 4, that's when we expect that you will start your work day. So it sounds like a minor thing, but you will see that when everybody is doing this, everybody on the staff, then you don't have people complaining like, oh, so-and-so, came 10 minutes late and I didn't get my lunch period, or didn't get my full lunch, or I had to, go home at lunch and I didn't have time, things like that. So cooperating with these simple things that we ask of you actually helps the place run smoothly, and so it is important. So being on time. Okay. Now, we also realize, of course, that life happens, and things, sometimes things happen. So we understand that. And therefore, the second point is be communicative. I'm going to write this stuff down too, so you don't have to take all the notes. I can give you the notes afterwards too. So that means when you find out, like, oh, you know, my mom's car broke down, or you know, whatever it is, my dog got sick and we had to bring her to the vets, we're going to be late or have to miss today's shift, let us know as soon as you know. So we will give you the store inside phone number, the manager's number. Something's making rattling noises. And also give you an email as well. So we ask that you text the 2 numbers. And if you're able to send an email, that's kind of a backup. But primarily texting the 2 numbers is usually sufficient. If you know something ahead of time, like, you know, in 2 weeks we're taking a family vacation or something, then email is always good too. Excuse me. So be on time, be communicative, and number 3, be respectful. Now this means to your coworkers, to your supervisors, to the customers, and anyone else that doesn't cover. So that means being courteous, being polite, and just treating others with respect and courtesy. That is the hallmark of our little shop here in Cranberry Cove. And you know, if that's something that is lacking, then staff people don't tend to last very long if they have difficulty being respectful. So that's an important value that we have here. So being on time, communicative, respectful. So those are the big 3. And don't want to overwhelm you. So with a lot of different, you know, things that you'll learn, like various store policies and such. But those are the big ones too. Just kind of let those sink in and think about, you know, how you can make those work for you. So today I don't want to have you do too much, but we do want to go over the time cards. So the top is the organization code, which basically just means we do have a second store in another town. So this one is just Cranberry Cove. So we just put Cran Cove for short. Cran Cove. Employee number. You will be assigned that. You don't have one yet, so for now just leave that blank. Your name goes here, last name first. Richardson. Okay. And then this section is for the hours you worked. It's very simple. It has the date. We'll put today's date. And it has from and to, so that's your start time and your end time. So today we're just doing an hour. So we'll do 4 to 5. And then it has the total number of hours, so that's just 1 for today. And there is a code for shift differential and 2 overtime. Now those shift differentials when you work nights and weekends. So you will get that on Saturdays. That's an extra 5% pay on those days. Overtime is if you do 40 hours, but I don't think you're going to ever hit that. And then code is work. We have codes because we also have like sick leave or vacation leave, things like that. You won't be accruing those kinds of leaves yet at this point, since you're this entry level. So for now, we'll just put W for work. And then there's the sick vacation hours, which you won't be using that either right now. And then you'll total them up at the end of each pay period, sign it, and date it. So that's it. It's pretty simple. And you can always ask anybody if you not sure about it. These are just will be over in the corner of the office. So right now we have I'm the owner, and we have a manager who's here full time, and that's Mr. McGillicuddy. Then we have our assistant manager, Sandra. That's the one that hired you. She's here, not quite full time, but she's here most of the time. And then we have usually 6 to 8 staff. Just depends on their hours. And you'll get to meet them, as we go around. We'll introduce you, and other ones you'll just meet when you work with them. Well, you have a name badge, and we'll get you that. Let's see. I did want to show you the very first kind of task that you'll be doing, as I mentioned, will be some restocking items. So just to give you an idea, we have just got this shipment of snacks in. You get these snack drop company, and they have an assortment of different kinds of snacks, and since we're so close to the school, we like to have lots of snacks for the students. So, and this has a variety of different kinds. So usually they'll be stacked up in the back in the office, and we might say, hey Tom, can you go and unpack that shipment of snacks and restock the shelves in the snack section. So just to show you what that would be like, this is just one of the boxes, just to give you an example. We usually get like 10 of these boxes, 10 to 12 boxes a week. Paper. So we haven't been getting this company too long. This is like a subscription service. We do get a wholesale price because we're a store, but they're also available retail. But we like it because it gives you a variety of different kinds of things, and kids really like to see what is new each week. So let's see what is in here this week. We've got organic candied peanuts, and we always do an initial sort for sweet items and salty or savory items. Savory just means anything that's not sweet, basically. So this is front porch pecans, maple, all natural roasted pecans. So normally nuts would go in the salty, but since these are maple roasted, these would actually go with the sweet section. Let's put this over here. This is Brittle Brothers Peanut Brittle, Gourmet Brittle in Nashville, Tennessee. So this is also a sweet. Over here. We have white cheddar popcorn, sweet chaos, delightfully disruptive. So this goes in with the salty stuff. And we have, oh, these are little cookies. The Empowered Cookie Chocolate Chip Walnut Soft Baked, sweetened with coconut nectar. That goes in with the sweets. This is another one, same thing. What is this? Tapped Out Taos Bakes Dark Chocolate, Almond, and Sea Salt. This looks like a little nutrition bar. An alternate snack. Salt meets chocolate with almonds and coconut. Sweet, crunchy, sassy. An alternate universe. Small batch crafted in northern New Mexico. So this, I guess, would be in the sweet. Salt meets chocolate with almonds and coconut. I would say put that in sweets. This looks like caramel corn. Oh, so good.com toasted coconut golden brittle popcorn. That looks pretty yummy to me. I don't know about the coconut. That's interesting. So all these snacks are vegetarian. We try to be, respectful of the environment and not have a lot of animal products. So this would go in the sweets. There's a lot more sweets than salty in this sugar. Oops. This is Belgian Boys Lemon Cookie Tarts. Those look pretty good. Individually wrapped. So these we might actually open and sell them individually, since it does say they're individually wrapped. Produced in France for the Belgian boys. Wow. Okay. Those are in the sweets. What's this? Oh, it's a little newsletter. The Game of Work. Prizes include snack boxes, slick swag, liquid libations, virtual experiences, scrumptacular regional delicacies. Oh, what exactly is it? Oh wow, it is an actual game. Well, that's kind of fun. Maybe when we have our staff meeting, which we have once a month, we can do this. Look like that. Here is here's the instructions. We got here's at the end. So that is all for today's box. Or just, I said we have like 10 or 12 of these. Sometimes they're the same in each box. A lot of times they're different mixtures. So once you get them sorted between this sweets and the salties, we have a little cart to load them up in the cart, bring them out to the shelves. There's a whole snack section, and then you can just kind of fill up wherever there's space. If you see some of the same things from last time, then you can put them together. But basically, it's just kind of a browsing collection. So people like to just browse and pick out what appeals to them, so you can just fit them in where there's there's space in the shelves. Other things, when you get to stocking more of the basic items, the canned goods and cleaning supplies, and we're sort of the general store for Cranberry Cove. I mean, we're a small market, but for local people that just live around here, it's kind of the one-stop shopping. Is if you go to the supermarket, it's like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so driving to get to the supermarket. So a lot of times our shop is where people get their like day-to-day supplies. So eventually you'll learn your way around the store, and it's a good way to kind of start learning the stock. And we might have you do some pricing too, which is a nice way to kind of get a feel for what things normally cost when the stickers fall off. And we have price stickers and a book with all the inventories. So those are just some of the things you'll learn as you go along. But don't worry about that. As I said, you'll learn all those things eventually, but we're not going to overload you. So all you have to worry about right now is making sure you know your schedule, when to show up, who to contact, what the numbers are, if you can't make it or if you're running late, something like that. And make sure to come in tomorrow with your, your driver's license, your work permit from school, and have you been to your counselor's office yet for the work permit? You did? Okay, good. So it usually takes them a few days to get that going, so if you don't have it by tomorrow, just bring it in, as soon as you get it, just bring it in, and that's fine. Let's see. So yeah, we'll start you off with the stocking, unpacking, and stocking the shop. And yeah, I think that's it. And did you have any questions about anything we went over? Yes, well, I know the ad said minimum wage, but we actually pay more than that. We pay about $2 above minimum wage. We feel it's important to offer a good salary. We want to have good employees, and so we want to reward them appropriately. So I think that's everything then, and tomorrow I guess you'll come at 4, or you'll come a little early and be ready to start at 4 as I mentioned. And we should have your jacket. I think we have some mediums in the back, so we'll make sure and we'll get those out and have those ready for you tomorrow, and we'll have your name tag ready, and we'll get you going. So yeah, it was so nice to meet you, Tom. Yeah. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna catch up on a little. I will give you. Well, I will rewrite your schedule on another piece of paper, but yeah. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.